Bill, I wanted to see if I could draw you out on a topic I know that's important to you, important to all of us, the matter of empathy, and how that will be enhanced or eroded, and how you see in the new evolving internet world a contribution for us to be able to be more empathetic or not. That's a sneak attack.
It's a really good question. One of the difficulties the web has is that although we're beginning to get the visual element, we do lose a lot of the interpersonal connection. We've evolved that over millions of years. When you walk down the street, you know whether you can trust this person. You make judgments every day. Will this woman or man be a good babysitter? Will I make a deal with this person? Will I get in the elevator? But those skills we have. And so I think part of the challenge is how do we get the media, how do we evolve this so that it plays to our strength? So that the better we're able to use the new media to in fact be able to judge as well as we can when we're face to face, that is going to help tremendously. That's a big challenge. Quite aside from the media, I'm hugely distressed that society is moving away from talking openly about ethics. We're afraid we're going to confuse discomfort with otherness, with discomfort with trustworthiness, and so that's something that I hope we can avoid in this area. The emergence of psychology and its popularization is an example of how this can be done. I'm actually very optimistic because in a world of very rapid change where everyone has to be a change maker, anyone who is in that ballet, being powerful, or good, but just being powerful, they do that in a way that hurts other people or other institutions, they're out. And so we have an editing device that removes people who are not skillful at this. How do we help people get there? How do we make sure that every young child masters empathy? That's not a journalism issue, but journalism can certainly help by framing the issue. How many parents, how many school administrators know that they're failing because one second grader that hasn't mastered empathy? So there's a reason that we've evolved as skills to be able to know whether or not we can trust people as one of the most fundamental skills we have. And a global teams where you're constantly being put together with people, knowing a trustworthy system and trustworthy people, you can sense that because people really are trustworthy. It's completely central to the design of the system.
I'm sure we'll get back to this notion of trust. It certainly is the currency of news and knowledge, I believe, and relationships. I did do my homework assignment at Bill's urging, and so I feel compelled to share it with you. I did just a couple of notions that, so I'm a journalist of more than 30 years, and eagerly hoping to nudge the evolution of this in some way for the betterment of all of us. Some thoughts as I look at it and work in it, I just wanted to share some thoughts with you. First of all, this is very, I know, primitive to everyone here, but information is the fundamental driver of systems. Whether it's a political system, a financial system, we've referenced Darwin before, so we all really understand the role of information as the agent of learning and either adaptation and that. So I like to take a really foundational approach to information, and I'd invite you all to think about the systems in which you're operating and the information flows. I know folks think about them, but you might to think sort of more systemically about what it means. And so because of that, People want to have access to the inputs of the flows. They want to control the flows in the form of not allowing for free press or vigorous exchange of ideas. They want to manipulate them in the form of propaganda and other forms that we know, all of which is much alive in our currently new chaotic world. I think a foundational thought about systems and the role information plays in all systems, and we, of course, want it to be free-flowing, but not everyone does. And so, a discussion about power arises out of all of that. And Michael is again here to have a discussion about power, but as this new world emerges, it's something I think we'll want to work on. You know that some of the cliches about journalism are they speak truth to power, or they hold power accountable, or they have too much power, but sometimes people forget to put that on the table. It's a very primary part of news and information. What are the power relationships? And so how are those going to change? All sorts of institutional power has been amalgamated over more than 100 years in certain types of news institutions that we now see fading. So what will the new world look like in terms of that? Often when we think about news and information, the first instinct is towards civic processes. And it's an important instinct because it does underpin our freedoms and our ability to participate in our shared governance. But I think there are some other important things to think about in the bundle of things that went on with news. Bill touched on most of them. I want to just highlight some. This whole matter of community and how do we form a community? Who's in the community? Who's outside the community? How do we reflect the community back? All of that has been a function of news. And in an online world, we say we can create bigger, different communities. This gets to the issue of trust, but we spend a lot of time thinking about this matter of community. And I would want to think a lot about then what is the role of the individual in this community. So riding right along with that idea is that news actually was quite an anthropological enterprise. So if you think of it as a Google search, of course you know you'll be missing one. Because the reason that you want your enterprise in a news story or the individuals who you're working with in a story have nothing to do with information search. What it's about is partly a norming process, the way a society says, what are our norms here? What are our shared norms? What's outside our norms? When will things that were once taboo become norms? I was deeply involved in the women's movement, the redefinition of news. You would not have seen an education story in the U.S. newspaper on the front page prior to the involvement of women who were able to have content areas that became normative that were not normative at the time. So there's just a lot about norms, and you know that. And that's actually where most of the conflict, I would say, happens when people are at odds with the media organization. It tends not to be around facts. It tends to be around these other greater matters of normal. There are similar issues about culture. How do we transmit cultures and that? You could read and learn about food just as a way of cooking, but it's mostly there to transmit cultural norms and identities, to try to create shared understanding, maybe even empathy every now and then, and they're all host of content areas that we can look at. So the idea here that I'd like you to think about is that there's a function well beyond information, knowledge, and civic processes, but people tend to sort of first go to civic processes. And then there's the whole matter of how will we come to public